Florida's Engineering Academy presents SOAR Intelligence Masterclass. You're about to listen to a life-transforming message by engineer Dr. OPOKE Sunday, transforming ordinary people to great leaders as agents of societal change. A visionary leader renowned for his commitment to transforming ordinary individuals into great leaders. His words have inspired countless individuals to rise and become agents of societal change. This isn't just another message, it's a divine appointment. Get ready to unlock new levels of insight and motivation that will shift your mindset and spark the leader in you. Greatness is not reserved for a select few, it's a journey for those who dare to believe, plan, and act. Take a deep breath, open your heart. The transformation starts here. That journey begins right now. You may now tune into the message.
All right, you're welcome again to SOAR Intelligence Masterclass. And like you always know, SOAR Intelligence Masterclass is designed for total transformation, transforming us in these four cardinal areas that we call kingdom quadrants. And what are they? We keep repeating that it is on financial intelligence. We need to be transformed in leadership skill for national transformation. We need to be transformed in area of spiritual growth and development. And we need to be transformed in wealth creation capacities, abilities, and skills. So when we are transformed in these areas, we are ready to face our destiny, our society, and our life. And today, we'll be looking at one of those areas in leadership skills for national transformation. But we are taking a topic today titled Discovering Your Leadership Potentials. Discovering your leadership potentials. When we say discovering your leadership potentials, what do we really mean? I want you to write the following things down. There are different schools of belief, of different philosophies of thought. Some think and say that leaders are born. Some say leaders are made. Some say leaders function with what they are born with. But I want to announce to you something today. As wonderful as those philosophies and great as they are, I want to let you know that everyone is born a leader. Take that from me. Everyone is born a leader. And when you hear this kind of philosophy, I know there are things going on in your mind. If everyone is born a leader, who are going to follow? Who are going to be followers? But take this one down. In every follower is trapped the potential of a great leader. In every follower is trapped the potential of a great leader. So, next. So if we say that we are created to lead everyone, how do we prove it? We say that everyone has the potential to lead in some capacities. Leadership is not positional, it is influence, according to John C. Maxwell. God has deposited leadership potential in everyone. How do we know this? If we look at Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5, there's something God told Jeremiah. He said, while you are still in your mother's womb, I have already ordained you prophet for the nations. Imagine if God can tell Jeremiah that he's a prophet, wasn't accidental. Whatever he is wasn't accidental. He has been ordained. It's just for him to discover it. That he's not even ordained a local prophet. He's an ordained prophet for the nations. And probably when he was talking to Jeremiah, Jeremiah was a local prophet. But he didn't know that he was ordained for nations until things started unfolding. So we are going to be learning, how do we develop our potentials? Next. So, we will be looking at what is leadership there. If we can say that every leader, everyone is born a leader, and we have said God told Jeremiah that while he was still in his mother's womb, he was already ordained as a leader, as a prophet, just like you are. While you are still in your mother's womb, you've been ordained great leaders. Probably you don't know, but that's what I'm teaching you today. So that today, there will be a mind shift. When your mind shifts today and your eyes are opened, to discover yourself, to discover your potential, to discover your capabilities, to discover your abilities, to discover whom you are, then you start celebrating yourself. Most times, people don't even know who they are until they discover themselves. Today, I have great news for you. I want to introduce you to yourself. I want to introduce you to yourself. By the time I introduce you to yourself, you'll be amazed whom you are. You'll be amazed what you can do. You'll be amazed your capacities. The question you'll always ask yourself is, who are you? What can I do? What are my potential? What are my capacities and abilities? Some English people call it SWOT. SWOT analysis. In everything you want to do, you analyze your potentials. What are your potentials? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are the opportunities and what are the threats involved in whatever aspect of your engagement? So, what is leadership? Leadership is about service. I have always said time without number. Leadership is not about control. People want to be leaders so they can control people. No, it is not about control. It's about service. Leadership is about influence, not just authority. People want to occupy certain positions to exercise authority. Leadership is not about authority. It's about inspirational influence. Inspiring people, influencing people by positive inspirations. Let people believe you. Let people get inspired by whom you are, by the way you do things, by the way you behave, by the way your charisma, your philosophies, your belief. They will be carried and believe you by that. Not because you occupy position of authority. Anyone can occupy position of authority. But if you want to be a transformed leader, remember what we are teaching you here is to be a true transformed leader. Because we are producing and preparing you and positioning you for a better Nigeria, for a better tomorrow, for a better world-class leader. That's what we're preparing you for. Begins with self-discipline and vision. Leadership begins with self-discipline and vision. Every leader who is not disciplined cannot lead. Anyone who is not disciplined cannot lead. And without vision, there is no leadership. Without vision, there is no leader. Of course, the Bible has already said in Hosea 4:6 that God said his people perish for lack of knowledge. Without vision, the people perish. And then Habakkuk said, write this vision down so that anyone who sees it will run with it. Every vision has to be written down. And without vision, there is no true leadership. Every true leader, every transformed leader must have vision. It is the vision of a leader that distinguishes the leader. It is the vision of the leader that directs the leader. It is the vision of the leader that makes the leader focus on the purpose of that leadership. And we take example, Jesus is an ultimate servant leader. Leadership is not about control, it's about serving people. Jesus was an example. He was a servant leader. So we are looking for servant leaders. Those who be leaders, but servant leaders. Not those who stay in any position and oppress people. We're not looking for oppressors. We're not looking for manipulators. Some leaders are professional manipulators. But that's not what we are looking for. We are training ourselves to become servant leaders, to become like Jesus, to become like great leaders of the past. And great leaders are trapped inside, great leaders are trapped in many followers. But today we are unveiling it. We are unveiling yourself to yourself that you are a great leader. But note this. Next. Next. So, biblical foundation for leadership. So, in the Bible, there are several places that we can cite example. For instance, in Genesis chapter 1 verse 28, the Bible talks about dominion mandate. When God, in Genesis chapter 1 from 26, God said, let us make man in our image and our likeness. And in verse 20 it says, let them have dominion. Let them have what? Dominion. So which means that everyone who is here on the face of this earth has this dominion mandate. And if you have this dominion mandate, it means you are a leader. To lead, because they will say to have dominion over the fishes, over the creeping things, even over the inhabitants of the sea. So you are created to have dominion, to dominate in every aspect of your life. So why is it that man can see a lion and say, I will kill the lion? The lion is under my control. An elephant is under my control. How can a man control lion and elephant? Remember, man is not stronger than the elephant, is not stronger than the lion. Neither is he bigger than the elephant. But it is a mandate God gave him to have dominion. What he has is dominion mandate over the lion and over the elephant and over the other beasts and creepy things of the earth. So we have always said that vision is the key. Vision, without vision, there's no leadership. Leadership is also a spiritual gift. You can pray and say, God, give me the skills, the capacities to lead. Then leadership has nothing to do with age. So you wouldn't be thinking it's when you grow old, when you become certain age, you can lead from any age. Leadership is not about your age. Next. Now, like I said today, my purpose of today's class is to open yourself for yourself, to introduce you to yourself, to let you know the potentials you have, the capacities you have. So today we're going to identify your potential to recognize your gifts and passions. Everyone is gifted. Everyone is gifted. Nobody is empty. That is why if you understand or recognize your areas where you have your gift and develop there and lead there, you identify the areas of your passion and lead there. Many people want to lead in many areas. As wonderful that may be, but if you really want to lead, you lead in your area of passion. You lead in your area of competence. You lead in your area of giftings. You know, gift maketh a way. The Bible says, the gift of a man maketh a way for him. So, in any area you are assuming you are gifted to be a prophet, already you are a prophet, you become a prophet. And all you need to develop yourself in capacities, abilities, all it takes to become a good prophet. If you are gifted in discernment of spirits, so find out your areas of giftings. That's what people don't know. When you find out those areas you are naturally gifted in and develop yourself in those areas, you become amazing. And then the next thing is the area you have passion. Certainly there must be something, there are certain areas in your life that you don't struggle to do. Remember, how do you know that you are created to lead? Just like God created other creatures and gave them potentials and abilities. Take for instance, fishes doesn't struggle to swim. Am I correct? Birds don't struggle to fly. Joseph was identified with integrity and vision. While he was in his father's house, he had a dream. He told his father the dream. He told his brothers the dream. He was focused. He knows he's going somewhere. A time came, something wanted to drag that dream to the mud. Something wanted to manipulate the dream, just like many of us. Sometimes we are focused, we have vision. But in the course of the journey, we are distracted. We are manipulated. But Joseph armed himself with integrity. In Potiphar's house, Potiphar's wife wanted him to sleep with her. And he has all the privileges and opportunity to do so without any obstruction. But he told himself, how can I do this thing against my God? That was an integrity. Even when Potiphar's wife did all her drama to drag him into that mess, he maintained his integrity. I want to ask you a question. When you have a vision and you have a direction and something happened along the way, maybe someone who is greater than you, maybe someone who has more money or have more influence, now want to manipulate you and distract you, what will you do at that time? If you don't have integrity, you'll be distracted. Many have been distracted because they don't have integrity. But today, take up this as a decision. Because you must achieve this dream, because you must achieve this vision, don't be distracted. Always speak with boldness, with integrity. Joseph didn't mix words in telling Potiphar, I cannot do it. Because it hampers on my integrity. Because it will manipulate my dream. Because it will distract my vision. So you are seated here. Take this lesson from Joseph. In the time of David, David was a man who was always willing to serve. He was a man of war, but he was a musician for King Saul. He was willing to serve. Leadership requires you to serve. Leadership, service is an attitude of a great leader, but you must be a servant leader. Now, you need to partner with others. You need to collaborate with other people. You need to have engagement with other people. And then finally, you must lead by example. Every leadership must be by example. Action speaks louder than voice. Next. Here, we are coming to a conclusion and call to action. You must know that you are born to lead. Take note of the following. You are born to lead and begin today to reflect, identify, commit, and act like a leader. Hallelujah. It can start today. It can start right here now. It's a mind thing. If you shift your mind today that I'm a great leader, I am a transformed leader, I will lead my family, I will lead my village, I will lead my community, I will lead my state, I will lead Nigeria, I will lead the world in one area or the other. Remember, you must identify those areas of your leadership. Now, leadership is a journey. It's not a particular position. It's a journey. Even in the house, you were the eldest sister. And you were like a semi-mother to other people. You know, but you've joined the school, and then you have a monitor in the class. And then now you are not a monitor. Now you are not a school prefect. Now you are in university. Now you are not leading your colleagues. Life. Leadership is a continuous journey. It does not stop. Because a continuous journey requires continuous education. Don't just exist, lead with purpose. Hallelujah. That is my philosophy. Don't just exist, lead with what? Purpose. You know what? You are not created to just come here, eat food, fall sick, and die. Or pay bills and die. No, 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 no. You must take a position today that you have come to lead. And no two ways about it. You are a leader and nobody can change it. And until you are strong with your mind that you must lead with and for a purpose, you don't just exist. Don't be part of those people who just told themselves, I will be a follower. You follow until you die. No, you are a leader. Trapped in you is a capacity to lead the world in fashion, in football, in games, in music, in so many things. Trapped in you is a capacity to write books that can change the world. Trapped in you is a capacity, to preach, to evangelize, to take positions and influence people with inspiration. Trapped in you is a potential that the world is waiting for in that area of music, in that area of research and development. So don't just exist. Announce your name. Make sure you announce your name. Can you promise that you're going to announce your name in this generation? You must announce yourself. I have arrived. I have arrived. The world must know that I exist. The world must know that I have come to lead them. Whether they like it or not, I will lead them. It is not a question whether they like it. Whether they like it or not, I am going to lead them. If you tell yourself that and start to act like one, in fact, within a short time, you start creating influence around your world. And before you know it, they start without noticing you. Next. All right, so before we close, write these following things down. Why are we interested in leaders? Why are we interested in having transformed leaders? Number one, without leaders, nothing changes. Number two, without leaders, nothing advances. Number three, without leaders, nothing happens. Without leaders, there can be no discoveries. Without leaders, the earth will lie waste with its potentials. Without leaders, people will be oppressed. Without leaders, potentials will waste. Leaders are important people. I'm not talking of professional manipulators, I'm talking of true transformed leaders. Because it is leadership that directs the activities and events of life. That is why we're interested in having transformed true leaders. When people are in appetite, a leader like Nelson Mandela emerged and said, no, we can't continue like this. When people were being colonized, great leaders like Nnamdi Azikiwe emerged and said, no, we can't continue like this. We must not continue like this. In our own time, we have seen collapse of leadership in different sectors. And we are saying we cannot continue like this. That is why we are training you to join us in this arrangement of transforming the world. In the area of finance, the area of leadership, the area of spiritual growth, the area of wealth creation. It's so important. Subsequently, you will know that this journey we have embarked will change your world and change our world. Thank you very much as you continue to act, to identify, to behave, and learn to be a true transformed leader. Remember, in you is a trap leader. In you, the world is waiting for. I want to tell yourself, the world is waiting for me. The world is waiting for me. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Bye.